Thomas Midgley, Jr., May 18, 1889, November 2, 1944, was an American mechanical engineer and chemist. He was a key figure in a team of chemists, led by Charles F. Kettering, that developed the tetraethyllead (TEL) additive to gasoline as well as some of the first chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs. Over the course of his career, Midgley was granted over 100 patents. Midgley was born in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, to a father who was also an inventor. He grew up in Columbus, Ohio, and graduated from Cornell University in 1911 with a degree in mechanical engineering. Midgley began working at General Motors in 1916. In December 1921, while working under the direction of Charles Kettering at Dayton Research Laboratories, a subsidiary of General Motors, Midgley discovered that the addition of tetraethyllead to gasoline prevented knocking in internal combustion engines. The company named the substance ethyl, avoiding all mention of lead in reports and advertising. Oil companies and automobile manufacturers, especially General Motors, which owned the patent jointly filed by Kettering and Midgley, promoted the TEL additive as a superior alternative to ethanol or ethanol blended fuels, on which they could make very little profit. In December 1922, the American Chemical Society awarded Midgley the 1923 Nichols Medal for the use of anti-knock compounds in motor fuels. This was the first of several major awards he earned during his career. In 1923, Midgley took a prolonged vacation to cure himself of lead poisoning. After about a year's work in organic lead, he wrote in January 1923, "I find that my lungs have been affected and that it is necessary to drop all work and get a large supply of fresh air." He went to Miami, Florida for convalescence. In April 1923, General Motors created the General Motors Chemical Company, GMCC, to supervise the production of TEL by the DuPont Company. Kettering was elected as president, and Midgley was vice president. However, after 2 deaths and several cases of lead poisoning at the TEL prototype plant in Dayton, Ohio, the staff at Dayton was said in 1924 to be depressed to the point of considering giving up the whole tetraethyllead program. Over the course of the next year, 8 more people would die at DuPont's Deepwater, New Jersey plant. In 1924, dissatisfied with the speed of DuPont's TEL production using their bromide process, General Motors and Standard Oil Company of New Jersey, now known as ExxonMobil, created the Ethyl Gasoline Corporation to produce and market Telephone Ethyl Corporation built a new chemical plant using a high-temperature ethyl chloride process at the Bayway Refinery in New Jersey. Within the first 2 months of its operation, however, the new plant was plagued by more cases of lead poisoning, hallucinations, insanity, and then 5 deaths in quick succession. On October 30, 1924, Midgley participated in a press conference to demonstrate the apparent safety of telephone. In this demonstration, he poured TEL over his hands, then placed a bottle of the chemical under his nose and inhaled its vapor for 60 seconds, declaring that he could do this every day without succumbing to any problems whatsoever. However, the state of New Jersey ordered the Bayway plant to be closed a few days later, and Jersey Standard was forbidden to manufacture TEL there again without state permission. Midgley would later have to take leave of absence from work after being diagnosed with lead poisoning. Midgley was relieved of his position as vice president of GMCC in April 1925, reportedly due to his inexperience in organizational matters, but he remained an employee of General Motors.